You know what I just realized? Avengers Doomsday is only a year away, and the hype around it is nowhere near the level of hype for Infinity War or Endgame. And that got me thinking, why was RDJ cast as Doctor Doom? Well, I have a few thoughts, rambles, if you will, and if you're interested, stick around and be sure to like and subscribe, and you know how this works. So let's talk about the Doctor Doom in the room. Well, first of all, yes, I do think Marvel Studios knows that RDJ is a box office magnet, but I don't think this is just simply a desperate money grab, but more of a last nail in the coffin to nail the story for Doomsday, which we still don't know exactly how it's gonna go. But and I'm not gonna go into the full reported timeline of how Marvel came to this decision. Other better channels have already talked about this if you're interested, by the way. But in broad strokes, some Marvel Studios executives and like some important people from Marvel like Kevin Feige and etc. had their annual Palm Springs retreat where they kind of mind meld together and discuss ideas for the future of the MCU. And after or before the Russo brothers kinda wanted to return, they had asked Stephen McFeely for how the story for Avengers Doomsday could work if they were to return. Steven said no, but the next day he called them back and said, "Hear me out." And then separately, RDJ was ready to help Marvel / Disney with their parks with Bob Iger, and I think Kevin Feige heard this, and simsalabim, they all came together and decided to kind of move away from Kang to go with Doom. Anyway, my point is, I don't think these Marvel heads think like, yeah, let's go make some money, woo. Rather, I think they think about the story first. And the Russo brothers and their RDJ wanting to come back and pitch in to kind of help with this. The plan was pretty simple. RDJ has just won an Oscar, and the Russo brothers got a hell of a pitch for the movie. So what else should they have done? Like, I think more fans would be more mad that if they had this kind of an opportunity and then said, no, people will think this is just a simple cash grab. And yeah, RDJ is gonna get paid like $100 million or whatever, which I do think it's kind of it's a ton of money, but like, is that really everything you need for just Robert Downey Jr.? Like you could give half of that to the CGI departments and other visual effects teams that could benefit more, or the writers or whatever. But also somewhere heard that 100 million is the combination for both Doomsday and Secret War, so it's kind of a package deal, and then maybe some kind of a back-end deal with the box office, so there could be more. But anyway, whatever. The point is, I mean, yeah, first of all, yes, Disney can pay that money. That's pretty much nothing to Disney. But also, there could be a chance that we get to see RDJ in multiple roles in this movie. Like, he was Iron Man, like everybody knows. So there could be an opportunity to have Superior Iron Man for a few scenes, one scene, or even for as a main character in Secret Wars, let's say. And this time not played by Tom Cruise, but RDJ. Also, the MCU has already had actors who are playing multiple roles. Yeah, believe it or not, this is not the first time Marvel has double casted actors in the MCU. Like Emma Chan played Minerva in Captain Marvel and then returned as Cersei in Eternals. Mahershala Ali played Cottonmouth in Luke Cage, which is now MCU and is going to be played now whenever that movie gets made. Laura Haddock had a small role in Captain America: The First Avenger, and then played Peter Quill's mom in Guardians of the Galaxy, and then even Josh Brolin played Thanos, and then Cable, And I know what you're thinking, these aren't like super well-known actors, or these characters aren't like super well-known in the MCU, like they haven't been there from the start. And yeah, those aren't the only ones, there are a few more, but anyway, yeah, you are right. None of these actors are like main MCU, or any of these characters are main MCU. I mean, there is Thanos, which, you know, an argument can be made for that, whatever. But also, there is one actor who was from the start and is equal, or at least very close to the same level of popularity as RDJ in the MCU. Chris Evans recently appeared 2 movies ago in a small role in Deadpool to Wolverine, not as Steve Rogers, but as Johnny Storm, Human Torch. And I have yet to see anyone have a problem with that. But also, notice in the movie, it's like obviously it's being played for a laugh for the audience and Deadpool. But that's just it. Only Deadpool, you know, the guy who can break the fourth wall whenever he wants, recognizes him as Cap. None of the characters in the movie recognize him as anyone but Johnny Storm. And I think this might be Marvel's way of telling the rules within the multiverse, that some actors may have different roles and share a face with other characters, but only us, the audience, and Deadpool and She-Hulk and some characters who can break the fourth wall noticed. So all of that brings us to the ultimate question, and the reason this video was made. Why was Robrt Downey Jr. cast as Dr. Doom? Well, simply because he's a very good actor.